Domains. They are very important here on the internet, and right now the .tech squad is offering $3 .tech domains using the code MSTech on get.tech. I already picked up mattschafer.tech and dealhunter.tech, but there's plenty more domains to go around since it's a fairly new program. Links and everything down below. If you asked most tech YouTubers what headphones they'd recommend under $200, the vast majority would recommend the Audio-Technica ATH M50Xs, and that's myself included. I would either recommend those or the Beyerdynamic DT770s. I'm a big fan of both of those pairs of headphones, but if you ask them for a recommendation for headphones under $100, the answers will vary a lot more and you'll start to see different opinions across the board. I've been testing these out from Status Audio, and I definitely have an answer for you. In front of me, I actually have two pairs of headphones from Status Audio, the CB ones, which stand for closed back headphones, and the OB ones, which stand for open back headphones. And they both come in at $79, and there are some similarities and some differences that I'll get in throughout this video. But I also wanted to mention that the CB ones have a 4.9 out of 5-star rating on Amazon, and the OB ones have a 4.8 out of 5-star rating on Amazon. It's not like rating is everything, but seeing such high ratings on headphones, it's just a good indication. Before I get into the individual headphones, I want to talk a little bit about Status Audio. So they did send these out for review, but they did not pay for this video, so every opinion I'm saying is completely genuine. They didn't pay me any money to say anything that is said in this video. They're just genuinely great products. The initial claim they made to me was that they don't really pay anything for marketing or branding or getting their name out there. They really focus the majority of the money on good audio, and you definitely see that with these headphones, and I checked it out for myself and I completely believe it. All you really get, there's no logo on the headphones, there's no celebrity endorsements or anything like that. You just get really well-made headphones, and you get a full experience with premium packaging, multiple cable options, and just they really focus the money on the product itself, and that definitely shows. So I'm going to start with the closed back CB ones coming in at $79. They have 50mm drivers in there, which is pretty big and nice to see in a pair of studio monitor headphones like this. The ear cups are covered in leather and the padding is lopsided, so there's like more padding behind your ear where your head slopes backwards more rapidly. And I actually haven't seen this approach taken too much in the headphones industry, but it definitely does work and actually achieves the purpose it's set out to. So that was really impressive to see. It's kind of something unique. The headband has some light padding and is adjustable, and it's actually also foldable, so you can fold the headphones in to save space. And then lastly, the cable is removable. It actually comes with two cables. One is a 3 or so meter coiled cable, and the other is just a straight cable. And both of those cables at the end have like this reinforced end with a spring so it doesn't come loose or anything. It's very nice to see. So again, as I mentioned earlier, really premium packaging and presentation of materials, as well as it has those 50mm drivers, and it sounds really good, but I will do a sound test after the OB ones. Moving on to the OB ones, the open backed variant. In terms of open backs, I've used a lot of open back earphones that leak a lot of sound because that's what the open back does. It leaks sound and you get a wider sound stage. These on like the spectrum of open back headphones don't leak that much sound, but it still gets to widen that sound stage and offer a more open listening experience, which I tend to prefer. I tend to prefer the open backs versus the closed back. These do have 42mm drivers instead of the 50mm drivers inside of them. The ear cups are a softer, like velour-ish fabric as opposed to the leather, and there's no more lopsided. It's just a regular over-the-ear design. And then the headband is a little more padded. There's definitely thicker padding up there than the CB ones, but they're not foldable while still being adjustable with actual metal adjustments instead of plastic adjustments. And then the cables come out from either side and are not detachable, so there's no other cable option other than, which is about, I would say, a 10-foot cable, straight cable that comes attached. So now we're going to move on to a sound test because those are the biggest physical differences and similarities between the headphones. So now let's get into a sound test and just see how each one sounds and compared to each other. So me and Byron are both going to listen to a song on each pair of headphones and then just mention what we think and how they compare and what we noticed. And then that's probably going to be it for this video. So I'm going to go ahead and plug the CBs in one. Of course, I just expect the CBs to be more closed and tight, and while the open backs just be more open and a wider sound stage. Nothing really surprising, just good sounding headphones, especially for under $100. Honestly, if I listen to these side by side with like the M50Xs, I'm not confident that I could decipher which one is which. Then moving on to the open backed ones. Each pair of headphones, they sound extremely crisp. They sound really punchy. Honestly, the difference isn't huge. I would say that the closed back have a little bit punchier of a bass, and you can feel that a little bit more, while the open backs are maybe a little bit more clear in the higher frequencies. Again, that might just be a kind of a placebo, but that's generally the idea I'm getting. They sound both amazing, and really it comes down to whether you prefer closed back or open back with your headphones.
Okay, so I'm gonna try as the CB ones first. Okay, overall, like a very balanced sound. Bass is pretty punchy, not overwhelming though. I do like it. So let's throw into the EB ones now. Okay, I prefer the OB ones for sure. I kind of like the ear cup design of these better. I thought these would hurt more than they do because I thought that the padding in the back would actually crush the back of my ear, which it didn't end up doing. So I was pleased with that. But I prefer the ear cup that goes completely around your ear, and I also prefer this almost velour type padding because it's not going to make my head get as hot, my ears get as hot. And also, we work in a quiet environment, so for editing video, open back headphones are optimal. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the OB ones.
So that's gonna be it for this video. 2 great pairs of headphones, and it comes down to your personal situation. Are you in a room on your computer alone and you can leak sound and get that wider sound stage? Or are you gonna be on airplanes, on public travel, or just share the room with somebody and you can't leak that sound? Then the CB ones will be a better choice for you, or really just your personal preference. That's all I have. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more content, and as always, stay classy. Those are nice headphones.
They're very nice headphones.
2 pairs of them.
Yeah, right?
Okay. Well, which one do you want for editing?